Despite the record amount of money Americans spend on health care, statistics show we're sicker, dying sooner, and seeing an explosion in chronic diseases. Dr. Robert Lufkin puts some of the blame on what doctors are taught in school. He should know. He's been a med school professor at University of California, Los Angeles, and University of Southern California. Now he's written a new book on how and why medicine has gotten things so wrong, Lies I Taught in Medical School. Can you name a couple of quick hits as to things that you taught that turned out to be wrong?
People teach that a calorie is just a calorie. If you want to lose weight, just eat fewer calories. I don't believe that's right. In fact, calories depend on the type of macronutrient they are. So a carbohydrate calorie is very different from a fat calorie or a protein calorie. For example, if I eat a bag of potato chips at 500 calories, most of it will go to my fat because it triggers insulin. Whereas if I eat several raw eggs, it will not go to my fat and instead will be used for energy. Another myth or another lie that is still taught is that in order to lose weight, exercise more and eat less. Well, you can't exercise your way out of a bad diet. The key is the types of foods that we eat, specifically the foods that drive insulin. Insulin is a drug that makes us lay down fat, and certain foods drive insulin. So you avoid the drugs that drive insulin. The drugs that drive insulin are carbohydrates primarily. When you stop carbohydrates, the insulin goes down and most people will lose weight.
If we agree, at least on some level, that maybe medical schools are not keeping up with some of these emphases on looking at root causes and trying to figure out what's behind things rather than just diagnosing and prescribing, what do you think is driving the curriculum and how should it change?
Well, the curriculum, unfortunately, is driven by a lot of vested interests that generate revenue from, let's say, the sales of pharmaceuticals like insulin or metformin, drugs used to treat diabetes. There are also vested interests in companies that benefit from the sale of certain food products like junk foods and carbohydrate-rich foods and unhealthy seed oils. These influence the educational program through various quasi-scientific organizations that contribute to the curriculum. Unfortunately, there are not an equal number of lobbying groups for lifestyle, because lifestyle, you actually save money. If I eat less food or if I fast, I don't spend money. So there's no group really that's as effective as someone that makes money selling insulin to offset a program that will recommend fasting and low carbohydrate diets.
Are you saying these vested interests maybe form a nonprofit or some kind of advisory group that then lobbies or presents their information to a medical school, or how does it specifically drive the curriculum?
Well, it's even more insidious than that. I think the American Diabetic Association, which is seen as the main scientific diabetic research organization. It's funded by companies like the leading provider of renal dialysis. It's also funded by insulin makers. So you see this American Diabetic Association giving dubious food recommendations like to their diabetic patients, like it's okay to have sugar in your meal, just increase your insulin dose to, quote, cover it. I don't agree with those recommendations, and I think those are ultimately not in the best interest of the patient.
Dr. Lufkin says the idea for his book came after he was prescribed drugs for his prediabetes, high cholesterol, arthritis, and high blood pressure. He says he reversed all of those without medicine after making changes based on metabolic health and nutrition, like giving up junk food.